Good morning from the beautiful Preselles. I'm up at the Stones. What a view. And I just thought I would do a video on musings on death and on life, and I didn't feel like being on camera, so you just get this beautiful view instead. But I was at a celebration of life the other day, and you know, things like death makes you think, doesn't it? Makes you think, what are we doing? What's the point? Why are we here? What's it all about? And you have to find your purpose, you have to find your point. You know, it's like there isn't really one, there's just the one you give it. I remember hearing Bashar say that. It's like life has no purpose, it's just the purpose that you choose to give it. And yeah, I was pondering all of that last night as I was falling asleep, and got myself into a little bit of a head wreck and a bit of a funk. And then this morning I decided I needed to crack on with recording the audio for my book, and I'm on the last chapter. It'll be out soon. I was reading my healing manifesto, How We Heal, and it was really good. I read it and I go, blimey, who wrote this? This is really good. Because you know, we live on the planet of forgetting. This is the planet of forgetting. We need to constantly remind each other and remind ourselves why we're here and what it's all about. And you know, my story is all about adventure and joy. And you know, I love one of the things Dr. Joe says, there's nothing changes until you change. And when we are stuck in routines, doing the same old thing, getting up in the morning, having the same routine, nothing's going to change. So you know what, I broke my routine this morning, and I just got up, put my clothes on, and I've come up here and I'm looking at the clouds, and I can see it, I can see a dragon in the clouds. But yeah, anyway, back to celebrations of life. You know, it's a funny thing, because I've done a video, I think, before about living funerals, and I didn't have one. The burial site we were at was the burial site that I sat at, contemplating my own death, and you know, would I want to be buried here? And you know, obviously I'm still here, and I'm very blessed that all through my healing journey I went to loads of parties. My friends had so many parties, it was amazing. We were in this state of celebrating life, because none of us, you know, there'd been so much death around and so much weirdness. We just were really in that, let's celebrate life, from, you know, sauna and hot tub parties and DJing. And you know, I had a big party for my 50th, and actually my women gathered for to you know, prepare the space and hang cloths and make it beautiful, and we had a sharing circle. And I didn't realise that the sharing circle was going to be them all talking about me and how I touched their lives. I feel really emotional talking about that. It was so beautiful and really hard to hear. And that is why we don't do living funerals, because it is really hard to sit there and hear people say the most beautiful things about you, tell the funny stories about you, even the difficult bits, the embarrassing bits, all of it. You know, it's like at this celebration of life, I heard so many things about this person that I didn't know, and it made me think, I wish she was still here so that we could talk about these things, because it's just like, wow, you know, so many things that you have in common with people, and you didn't know you had them in common until, you know, someone else tells a little story, or there's a little connection. And I could really feel her presence there. You know, she was totally there listening to all of this in spirit. But what would it be like to do that in the physical? And to do it, we have to face death. We have to face our mortality. You know, at what point do you choose to do a living funeral? You know, do you wait till you're sick? Do you wait till you're too old? You're too frail to enjoy it? You know, it's like, plan it. What do you want to do? What's your send-off going to be? Big fuck-off party. Invite your mates round. You know, people travelled from all over the place for this woman's ceremony. celebration. You know, I saw someone from Bristol I hadn't seen probably for like nearly 20 years. You know, it's like, it's amazing. The people who come to celebrate you when you're dead, will they come and celebrate you when you're alive? And can you sit and hear the beauty of you? Can you really sit and soak up those words? You know, and who's going to be the brave one? Who's going to be the brave one that stands up and goes, you know what, I'm claiming this. I'm going to have a living funeral, or I'm going to have a party for me. You know, whether it's your birthday or whatever it is, you know, be the center of attention, soak that up. We are so, certainly in the UK, we are so ingrained in like not being in the spotlight or not standing up and not being seen, and we've got to break all that shit. These are old patterns. We can't move into the new earth with those old patterns. It's not happening. So yeah, how are you going to celebrate life? How are you going to make it an adventure? How are you going to step out of the old? You know, there's every day, every moment is a new opportunity. And I am loving sitting here. I've got the sun on my back. It's so beautiful, making this little video for you. I'm going to love you and leave you and get on with the rest of my day. I am sending you so much love, so much love.